All right, folks, we're here at West Kentucky Community and Technical College, Haws Gymnasium for some West Kentucky Stars basketball action. Tonight's opponent, Lindsey Wilson, Blue Raiders. And this is our first time playing them, Justin.
Yeah, it's the first home game, too, this season. Or the year, I mean.
The year.
Yeah, the year. It's a brand new year.
We've played a few games, but I'll tell you, folks, it's been so long. I hope everybody had a great Christmas and have a great New Year and have a great year. All right, give us the starting lineups on these two.
Well, let's go with the Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders first. We got number 2, Jalen Brasher. Number 5, Colton Talley. Number 11, Justin Potts. Number 24, Kevin Booth. And number 32, Clint Wells. And for WKCTC.
Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with the coach. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. I'm here with Coach Potts. Coach, we've had some changes since we were here last year, way back last year.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. We hadn't had a home game in probably approximately almost 40 days here.
It's been a while.
It's been a minute. Yeah, Cam Chalmers coming in. He played at McCracken County High School, at a nearby high school in Paducah. He's going to be a great asset. He's starting at our point for us tonight. Brings a lot of leadership. He can really shoot the ball. He can really handle the ball well for us and get us in our offense. Zach Kimbler. Coach Kimbler's younger brother, and he brings us a lot on the energy on the defensive end. Not too much on the offensive end, but we don't need offense. Our offense will take care of itself. But he gives us a lot of good leadership at that defensive spot. And then a kid from Venezuela, transfer in from Venezuela, Calder Gonzalez. Man, he's big, strong, physical. Well, he's going to be a great player for us next year for sure.
He was hurt, wasn't he, first of the year?
Oh, yeah, he's actually played for Campbellsville University and transferred in from there. But he's going to be a great asset for us throughout the season right here.
All right, let's go ahead and we'll take a 1-minute break, and we'll be back with the starting lineup and the tip-off of this game. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, we're about ready for the national anthem, and then we'll have the starting lineups. We'll just, when they start the national anthem, we'll stay with that, and then we'll stay with the PA announcer on the starting lineups. And do you know anything about Lindsey Wilson, Justin?
Not this year. I don't recognize any of the players this year.
And you were with them last year.
2 years ago.
2 years ago.
2 or 3 years ago.
Well, that's about right.
Yeah,
They'd be gone by now.
Yeah, time flies.
Yeah.
I feel old.
All right, here we go with the public address announcer, Joel Spears.
Basketball game between your West Kentucky Stars and the Lindsey Wilson basketball squad. Before we start the games tonight, though, I want to acknowledge we have a group of 7- and 8-year-old Cub Scouts here, Pack 470 from Paducah. They're with us tonight. Give them a hand. would turn your attention to the south wall of the Gymnasium and help us as we honor our country with the playing of the national anthem. For the starting lineups, first for the visitors, the Lindsey Blue Raiders. Starting at forward, Jalen Brasher. Starting at guard, Colton Talley. Starting at forward, Justin Potts. Starting at guard, Kevin Booth. And starting at guard, Clint Wells. Now the starters for your West Kentucky Stars. Starting at guard, number 0, Donald Overstreet. Starting at guard, number 10, Cam Chumler. Starting at forward, number 24, Kevin Welch. Starting at forward, number 44, Ben Dornoy. And starting in the middle, number 32, Emmanuel Abbage.
All right, folks. We have our referees tonight are Ken Henderson, Kerry Henson, and Mike Eastwood. And as Joel just said, we have some Cub Scouts over here, Cub Scout Troop 470. They're 7 to 8 years old, out of Paducah. A pretty good-looking bunch over there, aren't they, Justin?
Yeah, it's always fun to play in front of a group of kids.
They really enjoy it, and we enjoy having them here. All right, we have jumping up Jalen Brasher and also Manuel Abbage. And
that's an easy win for the tip there.
Really easy. And Chumler has the ball. He's our point guard. New point guard. Oh, it's stolen by Clint Wells, and the ball is down to Kevin Booth. And it's back up to the top, and he's trying to figure out what to do. And throws it over on the side, back to Colton Talley. And he faked a three-pointer, and I'll tell you what, if he didn't walk, there ain't no walking. He had that first step a long time before he had that ball down.
Yeah, it took
a
couple steps there, a little early.
And there's a foul on the play on Manuel Abbage. I'll tell you, this, I hope it doesn't go the second half like it did the first half. It seemed like one of those big guys we got gives him foul trouble right off the bat. All right, for Clint Wells, it's up and it's good. He's got one more coming. Three bounces. Up and nothing but net. 2-0, the Blue Raiders. Ham Chumler coming down in a hurry, gives it over to Overstreet. And he's throwing it around the outside. Back to Welch. Welch over to Dordoy. Cam Chumler's trying to get somebody to move somewhere, and he got him to move. Now they don't want him to have the ball, and Dordoy puts a shot up. It's a three-pointer, and it's good. And we're leading 3-2. That's a good way to start.
That's a good way to see Dordoy start shooting.
Oh, yeah. Dordoy, when he's hot, he's hot. And Chumler saved that from going out of bounds. And with the ball, and a guy fell on the floor. That's usually walking, but what do I know? And number 2, Jalen Brasher puts it in. And we're talking, he wanting to talk to the scorekeepers about something. Oh, we have one side of the shot clocks aren't working. You'd think the experienced television broadcasters we'd have noticed that.
Looks like we weren't paying attention either.
And it's unusual. It's been working all this year.
Yeah, but usually
Last
we don't
year
get.
it didn't work.
No,
very
usually
much.
we don't get that far into the shot clock to even use it.
No, that's right. And I think if they just mess with it a little bit, that's what we had to do last year to get it going. But anyway, they'll just they made some provisions with the announcer, I believe, and throwing it around the outside, Overstreet. They're doing a good job inside on Abbage, and its shot is up, and it is good. And I didn't see. I guess it was a 2.
Yeah, a 2-pointer.
And we're ahead 5-4.
Dordoy was yelling for Cam to look for the open space under the basket after that screen. He was wide open. He needs to look for that.
Boy, it was off Dordoy. They're at the other end of the forever there, so it's hard for me to tell who in the world he won off of.
We just got to trust the referees.
Oh, yeah, Eastwood hasn't steered me wrong yet. All right, it's into Colton Talley, and he's looking around for somebody. Driving on the play, puts it in. That was too easy. Too easy. And a short little jumper's up by Cam Chumler, and it's good. That was a nice look.
Yeah, that's one of the players we picked up over the offseason.
Cam Chumler, I watched him at McCracken County High School last year, and he was really one of the shining stars on that team. Oh, I'll tell you what, he got lucky that time.
Yeah, he jumped up and
didn't know what to do with it and almost threw it away.
He got lucky there.
Yeah, Potts is going to have to do better. We won't let him use that name. Wow, that was a nice, almost a nice rebound, but he lost it to Dordoy. Dordoy coming out, and back to Chumler, back to Dordoy, back to Chumler. And they're just throwing around the outside looking for somebody to Welch. Everybody wants to get into Abbage, but I'll tell you what, they've had Abbage pretty much tied up.
Oh, he's staying in the short corner, waiting for the opportunity to get the ball.
Oh, off of Booth's head, and whoa, I'll tell you what, Dordoy did everything he could to get that thing up. He put a little extra oomph on it, and he just hit the floor, and there was no way he was going to make it. All right. Dordoy at the line for 2. That's the first team foul. One team foul on both teams. Too close. Just too close.
We don't see that too often with Dordoy.
It's just too close. I'm telling you, it's not 3 points. All right, into the ball game, we have number 1, Hunter Reed, and we also have Mr. Zach Kibler into the ball game. And second shot up, no good. And Hunter Reed stole it away from Abbage. And it's still 7-6. Stars in the lead. Colton Talley had somebody put a little hand on him, and you just can't do that. Into the ball game, Chase Clark and Dordoy's coming out. I'm going to tell you one thing, between Chumler and Clark, if you haven't got somebody bring that ball down the court, you're never going to have anybody, you're not?
Yeah, that's true. Those are pretty good ball handlers.
Oh, he stepped on the end line. Turnover. You know, Lindsey Wilson, if they get it in and don't turn it over, it looked pretty good, but they're turning it over quite a bit. Overstreet with the basketball. Back to Chumler. Back to Kimler. Back around the outside, Clark. Oh, and it's no basket. No basket. Oh, it said it is good now.
Yeah, it's a 2-pointer by Overstreet.
2-pointer. Okay, that was. I thought that when I looked at it, I thought it looked like it should have been, but I don't want to argue with the referee.
We'll let the opposing coach do all that.
Yeah.
Looks like
yeah, Carl Olson into the game for the Blue Raiders. And Talley looking around, trying to figure something out. Overstreet put some defense on you. And Clark will too. And Mr. Brasher found out he couldn't do anything with Clark on him. He knows how to step in front of you.
Well, defense is something they've really
Three-point shot up, it's no good. And Clark with the rebound, and we have a foul on the play. On the rebound, there's a foul on number 3, Carl Olson. That's his first. Second team foul. 15:40 to go in the first half. And over to Overstreet. Kimbler inside, and I'll tell you, Jermaine Lee did a heck of a job to get that ball because it wasn't passed real great to him, and then he put it up and got the foul. That was a good job on his part. He came in for Manuel Abbage. Shot is up, and it's good.
Well, that's something Jermaine's been doing all season. He's averaging over 19 points and 8 rebounds.
Yeah, he does a good job, and he's usually pretty good at the free throw line, too. I don't want to jinx him, but I did. That's just typical.
Yeah, that's the announcer's fault. Always jinxing players.
That's my fault. And put the shot up. It's out. Oh, man, I tell you, does he know how to keep – it's nice when a kid listens and knows that you're bragging on his defensibility and then takes a charge. You know, Chase Clark, great job of taking a charge on that play. He keeps his feet moving quick. He moves them quick. He stays in front of those hips. All right, we're throwing it around the outside, looking for somebody to get open. Chase Clark and gives it over to Lee, and Lee missed it, and he puts the rebound in. Jermaine Lee with a good effort. Had the offensive rebound stats. And it's shots up, no good, and that was not a good shot by the Blue Raiders. His coach will tell him that in just a few minutes, too. Chase Clark with a little 10-foot shot up and good, and I can almost smell a timeout here coming soon. I believe he's wasting a good time right now, you know?
Yeah.
Both of the shot clocks are working now, folks. And Talley around the outside, gives it over to Hunter Reed. Throwing it around the outside, threw it inside, and he did get the ball, but he walked, but they didn't call it. He definitely moved that pivot foot. I'll tell you what, this defense is really bothering the Blue Raiders. Jermaine Lee down the court, and he lost it, but it was picked up. Three-point shot is up and no good. And Hunter Reed with the rebound. We were one make shot from him calling a timeout, I believe, don't you?
Yeah, I think that was going to be a dagger for the first half.
Three-point shot up, no good. And Chase Clark with the ball coming down the court, and he got it stolen away from him. Brasher with the steal. He's put it up and good. And he went diving on the floor just to make sure he made it. And it's 14-8 now. Stars in the lead. Throwing it around the outside. Kimler with the ball. Throws it into Lee. It was a beautiful pass. I hope he does that a lot. And like I said, he was one basket away from calling it, and he called a timeout, and it's a full timeout, I believe. So let's take a 1-minute break. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. It's 16-8, and the Blue Raiders are having trouble making shots, and they're also having trouble with turnovers, so that's because of the good defense.
Well, they're taking shots early in the shot clock. They're taking fadeaway, contested shots there.
Yeah, not real good shots, you're right. All right, throwing it around the outside, trying to find some way to penetrate. Jaden Willis is into the game for the Blue Raiders. Hunter Reed and Jalen Brasher's in. And Brasher's having a hard time dribbling that basketball. And that was good by Clint Wells. Chase Clark, three-point shot up, no good. And the ball is off number 4, Tarkus Hughes. He just came in the ball game. I think everybody else is all accounted for. Yeah, it's all the same except for Tarkus Hughes into the game. And he's driving on and put a shot up. It's good. That was a pretty good. That was what they haven't been doing. And Chase Clark on the drive, and he got fouled before the shot. I think he's going to call it. Yeah. It was on number 2, Jalen Brasher, and that's his second, so they're going to be taking him out.
That's his
Justin Potts coming in.
That's his third foul.
Third?
Yeah, third foul, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I saw it wrong. I believe he was the one that had the last foul, wasn't he?
Yep.
I looked at it too quick. And Tarkus Hughes. Tarkus Hughes gets hot. He can sure hurt you.
Yeah, he's one of our best
and I love it when he drives.
He had a couple games where he wasn't shooting too well and took it inside and still scored over 15 points.
And another missed shot on the outside. We're not hitting our outside shots. And the shot is up, 2-pointer, no good. And Tarkus Hughes with the rebound. He's coming down the court in a hurry. Over to Chumler, out to Clark. Clark back to Chumler. They're going to reset it here.
Jermaine's calling for it down low.
Jermaine is always calling for it, you know?
Yeah.
And he tried his best to get through it, but he was a little overextended off the end of his hands there. And we got him picked up full court. It's not a real aggressive full court, just show me. And Willis with the basketball, trying to drive. He put a shot up because he thought he was fouled, and he was. A little late whistle, but he was definitely fouled.
Whenever I see a late whistle like that, I always wonder if they're waiting to see if they made the shot.
Yeah, and there are sometimes, folks, when if they make them, they won't blow a whistle. They'll let it go. First shot up, no good. Jaden Willis missed the first one. Into the ball game, Pedro Gelpi. And folks, watch Gelpi on defense. He will drive a point guard crazy, won't he?
Yeah, he'll get up in you.
And there was a lane violation. On top of that, they missed it anyway, so it really didn't matter. Taking it out of bounds, Kevin Welch. Well, Welch, Hughes, Clark. Into Lee. And the shot is up. Good. It's a three-pointer.
Three-point shot.
All right. Bring it down the court. Wells looking over the defense. And I'll tell you, watch it. Watch him on 23 there. I'll tell you, that kid isn't going to get nothing, and it's hard to get a shot away. It's really hard to get a pass away also. And it was lost out of bounds, and it's our ball. Justin, this defense is looking good right now.
Yeah, that's something he's really emphasized over the holidays. Every practice has been defense-oriented.
Hughes over to Welch. Welch into Clark. Clark, shot was blocked. That's what happens when you put that little thing up and then real strong. He got it off. I'll tell you what, folks, you just watch. I'm telling you, Gelpi will drive. Oh, that was turnover. Yeah, he started to pass it, and Gelpi took a little step toward it, and he thought, uh-oh, it was too late.
Yeah, I think they called a foul, though.
They called a foul?
On Wells, yeah. Called a push-off.
Oh, well, I didn't think that happened. Well, 31 Wells with his first. And we're in the bonus on the next shot. Over to Clark. Clark to Gelpi. That was a good pass. And I'll tell you, I didn't know that thing was ever going to fall. Folks, that's a good example of getting a finger on the ball and keeping it alive. And Lee picked up that little errant ball and put it into the basket eventually.
That was a good job by Tarkus to stay with it.
Look at Gelpi. And 24 had no choice. He was. Well, I guess there must have been something happened I didn't see.
They call it double dribble on Gelpi.
Oh, double dribble. Okay. I'll buy it. Into the ball game for the Blue Raiders, Carl Olson. That's the Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders. And it's kind of funny, they have blue uniforms on.
That would go along with the mascot.
All right. Gelpi just almost got that 5-second call on him. Tally with the basketball. Gelpi on him. And they're trying to figure out what in the world to do against this defense. And they're not hitting the outside shot either, folks. And Dordoy's into the game. We have Lee, Dordoy, Tarkus Hughes, Gelpi, and Kevin Welch into the game for the Stars. Gelpi, and it's over to Dordoy. Dordoy put his shot up. He was fouled, and they didn't see it. He was hit from behind. And he tried to put a shot up. Now, that was tough. That was tough position to be putting up a shot. And a three-pointer's up by Clint Wells. And we have a timeout on the court. And it'll be a full timeout. No, it's a 30-second timeout. Let's take 30 seconds. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. It's West Kentucky Stars basketball out of bounds. The coach for the Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders is Alex Wesley.
Yeah, Blue Raiders gone to a zone, trying to keep out the big man.
And you know that the coach didn't like that. Wesley didn't like that call, but he didn't extend his hand. He had it crooked, and the guy ran into his arm. And if you got it crooked like that, you'll get by with that. But if you extend your arm, that's when you get foul on you.
That was the difference between his foul on offense and the one he thought he could have got on Hughes there.
That's right. And we're at the line for the 1-and-1. And for Lindsey Wilson, we have Hunter Reed and Carl Olson, Justin Potts, Clint Wells, and Colton Talley. And the first shot is up, no good. And Hunter Reed with the rebound. He's pretty good size, but he's an unpolished gem, folks. He looks like he can do some things quite well, and then all of a sudden he does things like that. And Lee with the miss on the alley-oops. And Olsen with a three-point shot up. That made it a little bit tighter. 21-18. Stars in the lead. Cam Chumler with the basketball, throwing it around the outside. They're really trying to be aggressive in this zone. Dordoy with it, then puts a layup in. That was good pass and good shot by Dordoy.
Yeah, I'm just not sure if that alley-oop dunk was the right pass and decision to make.
On Lee?
Yeah, this game's too close to be doing.
I didn't think it was
contested.
either. 11. That was as ugly as you could ask for right there, wasn't it?
I'm going to agree with you.
Targus Hughes with the shot up, no good, and with the rebound, Olsen bringing it down the court. Gives over to Talley. Talley looking over the defense, and it's tough. And Hunter Reed with the basketball. He put up the ugliest shot I believe I've ever seen, and then he put up some kind of circus shot because he thought he'd get fouled, and he got lucky. Number 11 with a circus shot's all I can think of.
He wasn't looking at the basket.
No, he threw it over his head,
yeah.
And for some reason somebody thought that was there was a reason there to foul him. I have no idea why.
Yeah, just like.
And that was Dordoy. Shots up and good. Into the basketball game, Clark for Lee and Overstreet. Somebody else
for
left.
Hughes.
For Hughes, okay. It's a long way down there, folks. It's hard for me to see all that distance. Second shot's up and good, and it's 23-20. Stars in the lead. And Chase Clark's going to take it out and give it to Cam, and Cam's going to bring it down. It looks like when those two are in, looks like it'll be usually Cam Chumler will be the point.
Yeah, it's good to have two guards.
It's really good to have two guards. And it's good passing around to Clark over there to Overstreet. Overstreet, three-point shot up. It's no good. And with the rebound is Olsen. Olsen bringing it down the court over to Talley, and there was a wreck.
Yeah, they caught a foul on Overstreet.
Well, there was a wreck under that basket. And that's was not on a shot. I thought it was, but it wasn't. And Talley with the basketball again. I'm going to tell you one thing. I haven't seen anybody else run this offense but Talley, and it looks like if he's not in there, they're in trouble. Talley trying to get away, and he couldn't do it. He gave it over to, and Reed missed the shot. And a turnover. Oh, Dordoy didn't follow that well. He should have had that one. It's a 1-point game, 23-22.
Can only do so much down there with the 2-on-1.
Yeah. Into Clark. Clark over to Dordoy. Dordoy, 3-point shot up, no good. He bumped the referee, and the referee really needs, just to be honest with you, he needs to be back just a little bit. He was about 2 foot on the court, and he needs to be about 6 inches on.
Yeah, I think it's a discussion with Dordoy there.
Yeah.
Say my bad.
Yeah, it was definitely his bad. I'm going to give him that. All right, 5 minutes to go in the first half, and Tally with the basketball coming down the court. And they're passing around the outside. A 3-point shot up. It's no good. And Chumber with the rebound. He's going to take it off. Oh, he is. It's off to Clark, and it's good. I thought he was going to take it all the way, didn't you?
I saw him looking for Chase.
Did you?
Yeah.
All right, Reed with the basketball. Back to Tally. Reed, really, he gets the basketball. He don't need to keep it very long, does he?
Nah, he's more of a power forward down low.
And the basketball rebound to Reed, and he puts it in. Now a 1-point game again, 25-24. Stars in the lead. Chumler over to Dordoy. They're double teaming off the pass, especially to Dordoy. And the pass was no good. And another pass no good. And Clark gets the ball. And it looks like Mr. Talley was hurt a little bit on that. The shot up, it's good. It's a 2-point shot.
Yeah, he's limping a little bit.
Yeah, he's hurting. But it looks like something he just run off. He'll be okay. It's a tough kid out there, folks. He's taking a little time on offense. And they're passing it around, trying to drive in there, but there just isn't a lot of room in there to be driving. And somebody put a hand on him.
And he bailed him out.
Yep. And
it was on Zach Kimbler.
Yep, Zach Kimbler with his first. And that's his first Haws Gymnasium foul.
Do it?
That's his first Haws Gymnasium foul.
That's right. You got to get him the first every now and then.
Yeah. All right, with 2 shots, Reed. First shot's up, no good. It was a 1-and-1. And Mr. Chumler looking over the defense. He calls a play. They're throwing it around. He cuts in the middle. And Chase Clark gets it in. Dordoy. Dordoy puts it in, and it's good. And Dordoy let out a yell.
There's not much you can do when Dordoy gets
Dordoy's a lot. If you're not taller than him, can block it, you're in trouble.
Yeah, he's built like a brick
that.
house.
He is. He's
a big guy.
And the foul was on. That's 3-point play is completed. They got 44, and there's no 44 on. I don't have a 44. Do you?
No, I think it was on number 4.
Number 4. Colby Alexander. It sounds good. We'll call it that. Yeah, they got it. They got her down now. Throwing it around the outside. Folks, it's fine, but oh, that was a nice play. That's about as much as you want him handling the ball. He wanted them to be a little bit more aggressive on the double team, and Mr. Lee puts it in, and he's fouled. Did you? And you saw what he was talking about. That one guy kind of looked at him and kind of looked like he was going over a little bit, and the other one wasn't very aggressive, and they had a double team that wasn't a double team.
Well, I don't know if you heard the coach or not, but he told him you can't block shots.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was he was right. There wasn't any defense on it at all, And Dordoy will make you pay if you do that. And that was one of those we were talking about earlier. He waited to see if he made it.
I think Dordoy gets most of his fouls just from being so big.
Yeah.
I don't think he did anything wrong. The guy just ran into him and fell over because he's a lot bigger than.
Well, that was on Welch.
Was on Welch?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we'll give Dordoy a break on that.
Okay, yeah. He looks like they're calling out Dordoy.
Into the ball game, Tarkus Hughes, and he replaces Clark. Chase Clark out of the game. And his second shot's up, and it's good. And it's a 32-28 ball game. Stars in the lead. 2:05 to go in the first half. Throwing it around the outside. Gives it over to Chumbler. Chumbler looked at Lee and then gives it to Hughes. Back to Dordoy. Inside. Outside. On the drive. And a foul on the play. And Tarkus Hughes. No, that was Kevin Welch was fouled on the play. And on the foul was Hunter Reed. That's his first. And we have 2 shots. It's a double bonus the rest of the way. First one up, no good. We might want to make those now because we might need them later.
Yeah, I hope the plague of free throw missing doesn't come into the second half of the season.
Oh, I tell you. We've seen them. Second shot up. It's good. And Willis bringing it down the court. And we're going to see if he can handle the ball club. That was a nice shot by Olsen. Olsen put in a real nice looking shot there. Dordoy looked for the 3. Man got on him. And this guy's not really doing a real great job on him. I think he can shoot on him whenever he wants to. Dordoy with the 3-point shot up. It's no good. And Blue Raiders with the, and Dordoy gets, now that's good. You miss a shot, intercept the pass. Chumler over 2, and he walked. And there was no doubt about that. He wasn't happy about it, but Kevin Welch walked on that play. He moved both feet, and they were both dragging, wasn't they?
He's shaking his head that wasn't walk, but if he watches the tape, he'll understand.
Yeah. 55 seconds to go in the first half, and they got it over to, wow. That's what it's looked like on his shots. Oh, he got him on the arm. Tarkus Hughes got the foul. As long as he makes the free throws, it's great.
Well, Lee was calling for the alley-oop again. I think Coach got into Tarkus for the first alley-oop, and he didn't want to make that mistake again.
I believe he's right, don't you? When we start the halftime, we'll have the cheerleaders for the West Kentucky Community and Technical College. Will be putting on their little program. And Potts brings it down the court, and he throws over. This kid likes to shoot from the outside, but he does a good job driving, too. And Dordoy with the rebound, throws it up to Lee. Lee jams it in, and he's fouled. And Lee comes up hooping and a hollering, and I'm telling you what, I'm glad he came up, aren't you?
Yeah.
But that guy got him good. And Lee slammed that thing through that basket and got his legs taken out from under him, and I'm happy that he's okay.
Man, I think adrenaline rushed to his body for that one, man.
Woo. I tell you, folks, they're talking about it. That was a very rough foul, and they're gonna probably not call it an intentional, but that was close.
Yeah, he went for the body.
Yeah,
he didn't go for the blocked shot.
It was they were up so high it didn't really matter, but. Now, there's an example. Everybody leaving their position and going back on defense, and they would, about 3 of them would have had a rebound. And a foul on the play, and that was on Tarkus Hughes. 17 seconds to go in the first half. And at the line for the 1-and-1 is Number 23, Jaden Willis. And they started to bring Tally back in the game, and I think they just decided we just let him sit here for a bit.
Yeah, 17 seconds left.
Yeah.
Don't want to risk it.
First shot up and good. And if he makes this next one, he's sending number 4 in, Colby Alexander. And Olsen comes out. And we've lost the shot clock again, but we lost it because it's under 35 seconds.
I hope that's the reason.
No, that's it. I'll tell you, our Rick Tippin is our shot clock man, and he loves to see that under 35 so he can unplug it. And he makes the second shot. And there was a little problem. I'm surprised they didn't call something on that. All right, Chumbler with the basketball, 10 seconds. Looking at the outside, back to Dordoy. And he's looking for the shot, Tarkus Hughes, and it's turned over, and we didn't get it. We didn't get a shot on that, and that's unacceptable.
Yeah, Coach Potts is not going to be happy about that.
No, he's not going to be happy with that at all. All right, folks, we're gonna have our cheerleaders first. We have 4-point game, 36-32. The Stars in the lead, and I was impressed with our defense.
Yeah, we really came out in the first half and really put it to them in defense. You could tell we've been working on it, definitely at practice.
And our cheerleaders coming out on the floor. We'll turn the mics around. You can hear them. All right, that was our West Kentucky Stars cheerleaders. And let's take a couple minutes here, and we'll be back with West Kentucky Stars basketball action. right, folks, we're back here. I'm with my stats guru.
Is that what I am?
You're the stats guru.
Uh-oh. Better watch your mouth there.
All right.
All right, let's see what we got here. We have Donald Overstreet with 4 points. We have Jay Lee with 11. We have Pedro that plays, didn't get to score. We have Marcus Hughes with 1 point. We have Cam Chumber with 4 points. We have Chase Clark with 7. Kevin Welch with 1. Average played, Kendall played, didn't even score. Dory had 8. Total of 36. We only committed 9 fouls in the first half. Compared to the other team, 12. We have Reed with 2. Lindsey Wilson, Brasher with 4. 7. We have Tally 6. Potts has 2. Willis. So you can say how to score 32 points here at halftime.
Nobody really stands out as putting forth a real great offensive display, but pretty much even scoring all the way around.
Yeah,
And the Stars, I thought two things, and I'll tell you what mine are, and you tell me what yours are. I thought that when Gelpy came in, our defense was really good in the first half, and when he came in, it really got better.
I agree with you on that. Yeah, Gelpy has a way. He's a small guy, but that, dynamite comes in small packages, and he was exploding all over the floor, which was really kicking it up big time for him.
And when Jermaine Lee came in, he did a real good job too.
He did a real good job coming off the bench there and everything. And as a whole, I think they played well together. We do have some new players coming in after Christmas and everything, and I think they're working together, they're playing together, they're talking to each other, and so I think we're going to see some good things for the rest of the season this year.
When Cam Chumber and Chase Clark in the game at the same time, you're not going to have any problem getting that ball down the court.
No,
they're
you're
both
definitely
good
not.
at
Both of them are good at bringing that ball down, and then, like I say, you put Pedro in there as well, and he gets it where he needs to have it. Let's put it that way.
And I thought that the Blue Raiders, if they don't improve on their shot selection, are going to have a lot more problem than being down 4 at the halftime.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I say, I mean, if we could do just a little bit better hitting our free throws. We had made 4 out of 12 during that first half.
4 out of 12.
If I counted correctly, I think that's right. And we had 2 out of 10 3-pointers, and then we had 13 out of 22 point shots for a total of 36. We need to, free throws win or lose ball games, either way, whichever way you want.
And 2 out of 10 3-pointers is not.
That's not that
not
great.
good.
No, that's not good at all either. So
you need to make at least over 30%. About 33% will equate to about 50% if you're shooting 2-pointers. That's why I always look at it.
Yeah.
If you're not shooting over 33%, you're not getting a good enough output on your shot selection.
I agree with you. I totally agree with you on that one.
And you need to hit at least 70% and preferably over 75 from the free throw line.
Yeah, and we're right now at 33%. So that's a killer. So like I say, maybe we can eye the target a little bit better on the free throws and kick that defense up like we were doing in the first half. And we pulled out to a pretty decent lead there for a little bit, and then all of a sudden they just whittled away at it and got her down to 4 here at halftime.
I'm surprised they didn't call an intentional foul on that Jermaine Lee dunk.
I think it kind of crossed their minds.
They thought about it, but I think they should have thought about it a little bit more, don't you?
I think they really crossed their minds.
He jumped up quick, but I'll tell you, folks, when I saw him hit the floor, he was just to my right, and I was happy that he jumped up quick.
Yeah, that's true. And then the bench got a little excited too, which I think there might have been a little exchange of let's keep that under control just a little bit better, So
I understand. All right. Folks, let's take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. And Justin, give me your impression of the first half of this game.
Well, we started out strong, had good defense. Actually took about 11-point lead, but looks like they slacked off a little bit, let Lindsey Wilson drive to the lane, have open shots, which we weren't allowing them in the first couple 5-10 minutes, giving us that lead. And we just let them back into this game, and now it's a 4-point game coming out of halftime.
Well, I think he said we made 3 out of 10 free throws and 2 out of 10 three-pointers. And, folks, I'm going to tell you, I'm tickled to death hearing those stats if we have a 4-point lead.
Yeah, Potts, even with a 4-point lead, is not going to be happy about that.
He's not.
He's going to get into him at halftime. I mean, what was that, 4 out of 10 free throws, 2 out of 12 threes?
2 out of 10, or 3 out of 10 is what I thought he said. It might have been 4.
That's something you got to make, free throws. That's the easiest shot to make in basketball.
Yeah, needless to say. And our rebounding's been real good on the defensive end.
That's the thing.
On the offensive end, they've got a lot of rebounds that they didn't have to work for very, very much.
Well, nobody's crashing offensive glass.
That's
you got
right.
one guy down low and all 4 on the outside. Nobody's running inside.
That's right. And I just think that we need to get better shot production. All right, let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with the coach of the West Kentucky Stars, Daniel Potts. This West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, I'm back here with Coach Daniel Potts. Let me know your impression of the first half.
Offensively, I thought we played a lot better than we have been. I thought we were very unselfish. That's one thing I've been hitting hard in practice, playing unselfish as a team. I thought we moved the ball and the pass around. I thought we played well offensively. Defensively, we need to protect the paint a little bit more on their dribble drives and things like that. We got to do a better job of guarding the ball. Got to do a better job of guarding the ball and cutting penetration off, and that's key to this ball game right now.
Now, we made 2 of 10 three-pointers.
That's my second thing now. That's my second thing. Now, I did think we had about 4 or 5 wide-open threes that just didn't go down. I will admit that. But I told them from the get-go, listen, do not settle for the 3. You get the ball inside. Jay Lee's doing a great job of pounding it down inside right there and being big and being strong for us. Get the ball to him, feed that big man. Okay, and then that wide open 3 is going to open up once defense clamps down.
And free throws?
Yeah, golly, free throws. I don't even want to talk about those right now. I'm having a nightmare already.
It's hard for me to sit here and not say that those 2 points kind of
that's
hurt
the game.
The offense.
That's the first half right now. If we hit our free throws and you take better shots instead of 3s, we're up 15 instead of 4 right here.
That's right. All right. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with the second half action. This West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium. And the coach was really happy about the offense until I pointed out that our three-point production was not producing. And our free throw wasn't producing either. And I don't think he stood with that too long.
Well, he was happy about it until you said something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, that's what they pay me for. All right, in the ball game, we have Cam Chumler, Dordoy, and Kimbler, Overstreet, and Abbage. And Abbage lost it out of bounds. And, folks, that's just a matter of he started to do something with the basketball before he had it.
Yeah, he took his eyes off the ball before he caught it.
So they have a chance to cut this lead down. And we'll see if I'm sure their coach explained some things to them at halftime. We'll see what they come out with. All right, they're throwing it around the outside. Talley with the basketball. He got a step on him. He threw it to the outside, threw it inside, and Mr. Abbage blocked it. Three-point shot up, no good. 2-point up, that's good by Clint Wells. Clint Willis. And our man underneath, Kimbler, got hurt. And he's walking off the court. And Mr. Jermaine Lee.
It looks like a cramp.
Yeah.
That's what.
Looks like a cramp. I hope that's all it is.
Yeah, his brother's coming over here to check on him.
And they're throwing around the outside. Lee with it on the outside, and they don't need Lee handling the basketball outside. They need him inside. Chumler with the ball. Over to Overstreet. I'm surprised they didn't call a foul on that. Oh, and with the steals, number 24. And the shot is up, no good. And Jermaine Lee with the foul. It's 2-point foul. I believe he pulled something. I won't tell you what he said, folks. All right, with the I'm sorry.
What he said, I think it is a cramp.
Yeah, well, we'll go with cramp. And Jalen Brasher with the first shot. It's up and good. And if he can make this one, they'll tie the game up. Second shot's up. It's no good. And with the rebound, Jermaine Lee. Over to Cam Chumler. I have a problem with this over to Overstreet. I might have to think of some way to say that rather than over to Overstreet. Chumler inside to Lee. Lee with the nice layup. It's good. Nice pass in. Nice play. No defense. Talley with the basketball. Overstreet on him. And they're throwing it around, trying to get it in closer. 11 with a little short 10-foot jump shot. It's good. Justin Potts. Justin Potts is a pretty good little ball player, you know. You don't look, and he's getting his shots. He's not turning it over a lot. All right, Dordoy with the basket. He throws it over to Chumler. Chumler into Lee. Lee with the shot up. It's good. Another one close in.
Well, they ran the exact same play that got him to the basket last possession.
And Talley with the basketball. And you got to watch Talley. Talley will run past you and then get a nice pass off inside. Here he goes. And he couldn't get through. Give it back to 11. And 2 got the jump on him, and he couldn't make the shot. And Chumler over to Overstreet. There I go again. Into Abbage. Abbage with shot up. It's no good. Lee with the rebound. Put it back in. It's good. It's 5-point play. 5-point lead by the Stars. And the Blue Raider coach said he was tied just a second ago, and now we're 5 behind. I think I'll take me a timeout. And it's a 30-second timeout. We'll stay here, folks. You know, the Blue Raiders looked real good. They tied the game up, and all of a sudden, we started getting it inside. And Abbott didn't make that first shot a while ago, folks, but it was a tougher shot than Jermaine Lee had.
Yeah, Jermaine Lee has 6 points in the second half. All of the Stars' points right now.
That's what we pay him for. I'll tell you, he's good. And I'm gonna be honest with you. They have one guy that I think could possibly guard Lee or Abbage, and that's Jalen Brasher. Do you see anybody else that could guard him?
Not in the court. Not that I see.
Yeah, that's about the only one, and he's really not. I don't think he's getting underneath. So Brasher with the basketball throws it over to, and they finally get it back to Talley where they need it, and Talley bringing it down the court. Overstreet trying to stay in the middle, keeping him, and folks, that was an excellent shot right there. He put it up between.
That was a circus shot.
He put it up between arms. And it's 42-39 lead. Abbage with the basketball over to Dordoy. Dordoy didn't take the shot. Over to Chumbler. 3-point up. It's good.
That's the effect Dordoy has. He pump fake and two guys came flying at him.
That's right. Well, they told him that. They said, hey, he's making it. And Chumbler over to Lee. Lee with a layup on the other end. It's good. And we have an 8-point lead, folks. We're playing some good basketball right now, taking good quality, high percentage shots. While ago on that three, he was wide open. Oh, he's lucky he didn't lose that one. And Abbage with the rebound, and he gets up there.
I feel like he floats for a couple seconds.
He does. He defies gravity. Dordoy with a 3-point shot up. It's no good. Abbage couldn't get the rebound. Talley coming down the court, gives it over to 32. Put a 3-point shot up. It's good. Clint Wells with the 3-pointer. And we have a timeout on the court. And I don't know who called this one.
That would be Coach Potts.
Coach Potts, okay.
I think 30-second.
Now, the boys are looking a lot better going inside to, especially Lee, but Abbage in there also. You can't play off Abbage. Abbage will kill you.
Yeah, he's by far the most athletic player on the court out here.
And if he doesn't foul, and that's the problem. He wants to reach on the defensive end instead of playing, and he gets in foul trouble quite a bit.
He needs to move his feet, keep his hands up.
That's right.
That's something he's gotten better at as the year has gone on. He's changed the way he plays defense just by Coach Potts and Kimbler.
He's a joy to watch. And Kimbler back in the game. And he passes into Chubler. I wish Kimbler hadn't told me what he did. Every time I think about it, I laugh. I can't help it. All right, Chumler looks over to Overstreet. Inside to Kimbler, and he missed a layup. And it's off Jermaine Lee. And Coach Kimbler's over there talking to his brother, I believe. And he's coming down the court in a hurry. Jalen Brasher. 3-point shot up. It's good. Wells again. They're going to have to put a body on Wells. You can't let him shoot those wide open. He's in a zone right now. Folks, it's a 2-point lead for the Stars.
That's something Coach Potts needs to let the player know.
Overstreet with the shot. No good. And, that has to be, they missed that one. They missed that one. We didn't touch it. I had a better angle than they did, folks.
on the other side of the court.
I could see straight down the court, and he didn't touch it. All right, there was a little movement on the – and they are calling Overstreet.
I don't know how that was a foul on Overstreet.
I don't understand that either. I thought I saw it. Obviously, I didn't see it very well.
I'll never understand that one.
And trying to throw it in. He throws it in to Potts. And Potts trying to get rid of that ball, and he finally did to 32. Wells. And Wells, and the outside 24. Oh, he's over his back, yeah. And he slammed that thing down on the court. He was not happy with that.
He's about to get a technical called on him.
He's, I've told this story once before, but one of those guys at one of those UK games threw that thing down the court and went up in the air, and the referee told him, when it comes down, you got a technical. Or he said, if it comes down. And it came down.
That's one of those unwritten rules that slam the ball on the ground, it goes up in the air. It's a technical every time.
Every time. Chumler with the basketball, throws it over to Clark. Clark missed it, and it wasn't close, folks. It almost hit the side of the backboard. And 24 went in for the layup, and I think Cam Chumler said he didn't get him, but I believe he popped him on the head when he went by, didn't you?
Yeah, just grazed his head. Enough to get the foul.
Just enough to get it. And he's trying for a 3-point lead, and I believe this is just about the first lead of the game if he gets it. And he didn't. And on the rebound, Jalen Brasher.
That's his 5th foul.
5th? Wow. I'm going to tell you something. He got, how many did he get in the second half?
2.
2?
He had 3 in the first.
Wow. I just don't believe in that myself. I think you get 2. I go by the old Al McGuire theory. When you have 2 fouls and Mr. Brasher had a little comment to make to the referee, and he heard it, and he got a technical. And, the coach is complaining. But let me tell you something, folks. You get thrown out of the game, and you want to turn around and talk about it over there getting a drink of water, you're making a mistake.
Yeah, that's just not very smart.
It's just stupid.
Yeah, that's immaturity right there.
And the coach wants to get on the referees. It's not the referee's fault that he can't keep under control.
No, that's just pure immaturity.
And if it was ours, I'd say the same thing.
It's good to know.
Now, there's a timeout on the court, and I think it's referees trying to figure out what's all going on. But this all started with a no-brain foul. Yeah. I mean, he got on his back. There was no doubt about it. He got his 5th foul. His 4th one.
Yeah, the 4th one over the back.
And he did it 2 times in less than a minute.
Yeah, the 5th was.
And thought he was being picked on.
He had something to say for the referees, and
the
referee didn't have any of it.
And like I started to say, Al McGuire said you get 2 fouls in the first half, take you out. He was the first one to do that. Most of them, 3 fouls, they'd take him out. 2 fouls, he'd take them out, and he said once they get their 4th foul, just leave them in because they're no good if you put them back on the bench. And, that's not bad.
That's why he was a pretty smart basketball coach.
He won a national title. And Overstreet with the first shot up, it's good. Second shot up, it's good. And we get it out of bounds because we had possession of it. So it's a 2-point lead and us with the basketball. Kindler's walking a little gingerly. And they're picking up full court. And Chumber with the basketball. Throws it over throws it over Street, and he walked with it.
Yeah.
He was telling you about the technical?
Yeah, he was asking if he understood what happened.
Yeah. That's nice of the referees to keep us informed, but that was one we were standing right here and heard it.
We were the first ones to hear it.
Yeah. And he turned it over, and he's embarrassed. Carl Olson just he just turned it over. When you bring that ball down, then all of a sudden it doesn't come back up. It comes up and it doesn't come back down right. It doesn't look right. It's a carry.
Yeah, when you bring it above your waist and take 2 steps with the ball, that's a carry.
Yeah. All right, Clark with the basketball. He comes in, gives it over to Dordoy. Dordoy to Chumler. Chumler inside the lead. Lee back to Chumler. It wasn't a good pass for you to put a 3-pointer up. Clark on the drive. Puts it up. No good. And with the rebound. And Dordoy is getting Tally. And Tally, it's lucky he didn't get called for them. And they're all over him. Tally. Now, I don't care what you call it. Something happened on that play. I don't care what you call it. And I'm being honest, folks. I don't care what you call it, but something happened on that play. That was either a charge or a block. And it does no good for referees not to call something on that play. When you see a guy hit the floor,
it's either a flop or a foul.
And his head bounces off that floor, something to be called.
Yeah, we've already had a player in the first part of the season with his head on the floor, Dordoy.
That's right. All right, Gelpy into the ball game. And you give it in to Gelpy, he'll take care of it for you. To Dordoy. Back to Kimbler. Kimbler to Clark. Over to Dordoy. Dordoy on the drive, and he just dribbled it off just forgot to pick up the dribble.
Yeah, just unlucky. He had his defender on his heels.
He wanted to go before he had a chance. And they're bringing around the outside, trying to find a shot. Back to Tally. He'll set the offense up again. And 32 is driving the lane, trying to get a basketball. Oh. See, he turned. Now, folks, you saw that. And let me tell you what you saw. When he turned to block the shot, he hit the body before he blocked the shot. And that's a foul. Is that the way you saw it?
I'm going to agree with you. Yeah.
There you go. Yeah, he definitely fouled him. And the first shot up, it's good. And Chumler is back in the ball game.
Yeah, that's the first lead for Lindsey Wilson.
Yep, first lead. They finally got it. And Coach is trying to get Potts to get back on the other end and get somebody a little bit quicker up there for the full court press. It's up, it's good. It's a 2-point lead. And Kimler looking inside, gives it to Chumler. Chumler coming down the court. Gives it over to Clark. Clark back to Kimler. Kimler over to Chumler. And throwing it around the outside, trying to find an open shot. And Clark with the drive, and the C's opened up in front of him. It's like they said, no, we'll just let them lay it in. And it's tied at 51. 11:45 to go in the second half. And 32 with the 3-point shot up. It's good. Clint Wells. Justin, I think they better put somebody in his face.
Yeah, he's got 11 points in the second half.
That would make a believer out of me.
Yeah, he's got 3 for 3 on threes.
And Clark to Dordoy. Dordoy throwing it around the outside. They're looking for somebody inside. It's to Kimbler. Kimbler tries a layup. He misses the layup, but he was fouled on the shot. I believe the coach said that he's a little challenged on offense, but he does a good job on defense.
Yeah, that'll come to him.
Yeah.
More practices.
He's not going to miss layups forever. Now, if he makes his free throws, then everything will be forgiven for missing that shot. And he missed the first one.
Yeah. His brother, assistant coach Josh Kimbler, isn't very happy when he misses layups or free throws.
Yeah. Well, they said they're free. They don't say they're easy. Kimbler. Here he goes. And it is good. Now, that's the way you're supposed to shoot those free throws. And in the ball game is Kevin Welch, and he's in for Kimbler.
That was Kimbler's first point of the game.
Yep. And Talley bringing it down the court, looking over the defense, trying to figure something out. And I can guarantee you they're going to – oh, that's a technical, and that wasn't even close. My goodness gracious. This club's not handling themselves very well. No, this guy's wrong. There was only one guy that threw a forearm shiver, and that was on Lindsey Wilson. Now, they might placate the coach by calling it something else, but there's no way. Now that I've said that, they'll probably – let's see what they call now. There was a foul originally.
Yeah, I didn't see what that was on.
I didn't see it either.
I thought it was going to be a jump ball, but it looked like they – see, they have 4 fouls on Olsen.
Olsen been playing a pretty good game. How many points has he got?
He's got 6.
He's been playing a pretty good game.
Yeah, he's hustling.
Yeah, he's hustling real good, doing a good job defensively. But they took him out of the game. You can't do what they did. Now they're trying to figure out what's going on out there, and it does get a little bit hectic when you. All right, there's a technical, and it's on Carl Olsen. I guess that's what they have up there for on him, right?
Yeah,
that's including the technical, right? And Cam Chumler misses first. Second shot's up. It's good. We're going to have to make more than 50% free throws.
Yeah, we'd be at least 10 points in the lead if we had our free throws made.
And we're not talking about making all of them, folks. We're just talking about making the right percentage. And the referees are still talking about it. I don't know what I think they're trying to figure out who got fouled. It wasn't a shot.
No, it was on the floor.
So
I'm waiting to see who the foul was on.
And it's out of bounds right there, which is fine. And now I never did see who got the foul on that. And the ball is inbounded to Potts. Potts throwing it around the outside. Talley with it, trying to. And Potts with the basketball. Inside to Reed, and Reed puts it up over Dordoy, wasn't it?
It was over Lee.
Lee. Well, you put it over Lee, you're doing a pretty good job. And the Blue Raiders with a 3-point lead. Dordoy needs to look for his shot. He passed it to him, and he's open for a second. He needs to have his, there you go. There you go. I didn't say he'd make them, but, that was jump ball, wasn't it? Holy cow. Well, I'm having a hard time seeing things, I guess. I mean, it looked like he just reached in and grabbed the ball. But that's a foul on Cam Chumler.
Yeah, I think we're
that's his third.
Shaking the rust off the referees' calls.
Man.
The first home game.
Talley throwing it around the outside to Reed. Back to Talley. Over to Willis. And we're just kind of moving it around the outside. He turned around to look at Talley, and Talley wasn't looking at him. And that was anyway. Back to Willis, and the shot's up, no good. And that was one of those you had to throw up. It was a buzzer beater. The 35-second shot clock went off, and 3-point shots no good, and Dordoy with the rebound puts it in. And the Blue Raiders are still up by 1, 56-55, 9:20 to go in the game.
Well, that's what you like to see. Drive into the lane, kick it out for a three-pointer. Really opens up the space of the floor.
And shots up, no good. And Dordoy with the rebound. Oh, they say he, and I'm sure he did. I didn't see it, so I can't argue with it. Dordoy. And both teams had 5 team fouls, and Dordoy had with his second personal foul. Shots up, no good. And with the rebound is Welch. And they're going to set something up, throwing it around the outside. You don't have to worry. Potts is telling them something. And it's off Lee. My goodness. Abbage into the ball game for Welch.
That's another one of those cases where he was wanting to make the move before he had the ball.
Yeah, it's nothing uncommon, and the ball was inbounded. And there's a timeout on the floor, and it should be a full timeout. It is.
Right.
And let's take a 1-minute break. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here in Haws Gymnasium, and the score is 56-55. Blue Raiders in the lead. 8:50 to go in the game. And the West Kentucky Stars I don't think are quite playing the defense they did in that first half.
Well, they're giving Clint Wells a lot of open shots. They're letting him. He already has 11 points in the second half, and he's carrying the Blue Raiders right now.
All right, Blue Raiders with the basketball. Tally bringing it down the court. It doesn't matter how many points he's scored. Tally's the one that makes this ball club run. And throws it into Wells. Wells started to put a shot up, and I'll tell you what, folks, it was just a matter of when it was stolen. It wasn't if it was going to be stolen.
Yeah, he was out of control.
Jermaine Lee with the basketball, throws it back out to Chumler. Chumler is going to reset everything. One of our shot clocks is out again. Dordoy throws it in to Lee. He was fouled. He put a shot up, no good. And Lee will be at the line for 2. And the foul is on Justin Potts. That's his first. Both teams are in the bonus. From now on, it will be the 1-and-1. First shot's up. It's good. It's a tie ball game, 56. Shots up, and it is no good. Well, there we go. We can't get above 50% if we only hit 50% of our free throws. Tally with the basketball, directing people around where he wants them. Throws it back to 32. Shot was up, but that was contested.
Yeah, that was the first contest of his shot.
And Chase Clark with the basketball up, and that was you just saw a great play of a man saying, I am going to put a shot up. I'm not sure I'm going to make it, but you're going to foul me.
Take it into his chest.
That's right.
No other choice but the foul.
And that foul was on Hunter Reed. That's his second. That's 2 quick fouls on Hunter Reed. First shot's up. It's good. End of the ball game is Overstreet. And for the Blue Raiders, Carl Olson and Kevin Booth. Coming out of the ball game was Potts and Willis. I just saw a whirlwind come through here. Second shot's up. It's good, and we have a 2-point lead, 58 to 56. And Talley with the basketball. Calling out a play, and throws it in to Booth. Booth threw it in to Carl Olson, and I'll tell you, that was a nice move. Score tied. Chase Clark with the basketball over to Chumler. Chumler looking over the defense. And the ball is into Lee. Lee to Abbage, and it was stolen by Clint Wells. Abbott's having a hard time. He's got the little finger on his left hand taped. I don't know if that has anything to it, but he's having a hard time. Whoa, my goodness gracious. A forearm shiver, folks, and there was no doubt about that. And I'm telling you what, they're lucky that wasn't an intentional foul.
Yeah, that was an elbow to the face.
You get an elbow to the face, that's usually an intentional foul right there. And we have a timeout on the court. It's a full timeout. Let's take a minute break. This West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, back here at Haws Gymnasium. Now, we had a front row seat to that foul, and let me assure you, folks, when you take an elbow above the neck and hit a man anywhere above the neck with an elbow in college basketball, that's a flagrant one. Called every time.
I think you got lucky the refs didn't see that close of a foul because that would have intentional above the head.
He may not have meant to get him, but he sure did throw one like he did. But that's in the past. And that was the third foul on Wells. Overstreet throwing it in to Clark. Clark takes a few dribbles down the court, throws it over to Overstreet, over Chumler, back to Lee. Lee back to Chumler, and Chumler will set it up. And they're zone defense. They played zone most of the game. Overstreet throws over to Clark.
There's no match for Jermaine down low. Lee is getting anything he wants. They just can't give him the ball.
Well, I tell you, Chumler tried to put one up, and it wasn't so much that the guy got a hand on it. He tried to put it up, and I think it stuck on the guy's body.
Either way, he
held
his
got
arm
a foul,
down.
And it's a 1-and-1, and I'm surprised it's not 2. But he makes both of them. It won't matter. And it's no good. And on the rebound.
That's another one of those. Couldn't get a handle on the ball.
Couldn't get a handle on the ball. 6:18 to go in the game. Tally bringing it down with the tie game. Tied at 58. Talley looking for the offense to move around a little bit. He drives in some, passes it off, and with a foul, Abbage. And Abbage got into that. They think they've got their hands straight up, but you know what he just showed right there? Did you see that? When he even showed what he did, it's leaning forward.
Yeah, it's all through basketball.
Yeah.
They hold the hands up. It's like you have to realize if you use your body at all, that's a foul.
Yeah. And if you lean it forward, lean your hands forward, and they go up and hit your hands, it don't matter what you thought you had. It's a foul.
Yeah, there's
Hunter Reed
make
the first one and missed the second one, and Lee with the rebound. Blue Raiders with a 1-point lead. Chumbler looking over his offense, and they're starting to move to Overstreet. Over to Chumbler. Chumbler looks inside. There's nobody open. Pretty good defense in there, and it's off somebody's hands.
Yeah, he forced it.
And they're looking for Talley. And Talley's got the basketball. And the Stars in their man-to-man defense, they've been that way the whole game, I believe. And Talley. And that was a charge. And Clark's good at that.
Yeah, he's good at getting his feet moved.
He gets his feet in front of you. He's watching the players like he should. And Kimbler brings into the ball game. Abbage is out, and he's asking the coach. He said, "Why did I come out? I did a great job." And coach is saying, "You need a rest."
Yeah.
Into Chumbler, back to Kimbler. Kimbler picks up his dribble, back to Chumbler. Chumbler over the line to Lee. Lee, the other side of the court. They can finally get it back to Chumbler. Chumbler's listening to the coach. He's yelling out a play. Chase Clark on the drive gives it over to Kimbler, and it's blocked. Good block. Lindsey Wilson in a hurry. And missed shot by Reed, and Lee down the court. He wants it all, and he laid it in. Baseline to baseline, folks. Good play. And a block. And who was that? That was Mr. Lee.
He's taking over this ball game.
He's starting to. And we have a 1-point lead. And they're looking for somewhere to throw it, and they finally get it in to Booth. And they get it to the man that needs to have it, and that's Talley. Kimbler and Reed are really into it out there. It won't be much longer. Somebody's going to get a foul. Oh, now you won't see Chase Clark miss a man and let him go like that very often, but he definitely didn't play him right, and he ended up allowing a lay-in. They have a 1-point lead. Chumbler throws it over to
It's good ball movement.
And they're moving it real good. And Clark, and there's another example of it, folks. Show them the basketball. Take it away. And then when you get the foul, try to put a shot up. That's the way the game's played.
Well,
and it's not played enough that way nowadays.
Yeah, well, Clark has great body control. He can, get to the basket without losing the ball and also
you have to practice
getting fouled. Yeah.
You have to practice it. First free throw up, it's good. Into the ball game is Kevin Welch. He comes in for Kimbler. And we have a timeout on the court, and it's a full timeout. Let's take a 1-minute break. This West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, we're back here at Haws Gymnasium, and you just pointed something out to me, and that was ESPN lost a pretty good broadcaster.
Yeah, an amazing broadcaster that revolutionized broadcasting all over the world, actually. And yeah, his catchphrases will be remembered forever, and he'll be remembered forever. But
He had a long battle with cancer, and sadly he lost it. And Stuart Scott will be remembered for a long time.
well, from his speech, you don't lose the cancer. You live how you live, and which humanity you live in.
All right, second shot was up and good by Chase Clark, and the Stars with a 1-point lead. And Talley with the basketball. He's throwing it around the outside, and they're looking for somebody. They've had pretty good luck finding an open man in this second half. Reed throws it back to Talley. Talley. And the shot was up and good, and Talley did a heck of a job there.
I have a feeling this game's going to come down to the last second shot.
Right now it looks like it's 3:10 to
back
go
and
in the
forth.
game. Overstreet to Cam Chumler. Back to Cam. Cam to Clark. Clark drives it up about 15 foot. Nothing but net. Clark is starting to take over this game.
Hand in his face, still swished the shot. That was a great shot.
Heck of a job. Heck of a job. Carl Wilson. And we have a foul on the play.
That's the second time Overstreet's been called for that.
You can't put both hands on them or forearm and knock them off. And both teams are in the double bonus. And that's a fourth foul on Overstreet. Reed at the line, 4-2. And the first one, nothing but iron. There was no net on that one. And they've had a pretty good job making free throws.
Yeah, I don't have the stats for free throws, but I think they've been shooting a lot better than we have.
Oh, yeah. The second one's good. And the game is tied at 64, 2:34 to go. And Overstreet back to Welch. Back to Overstreet. Overstreet bringing it down the court in a hurry. Goes in the lane, throws it to Lee, and a great shot. A great pass, a great shot. And the Stars are up by 2.
That was just a good job just to corral the ball. I thought it was going to be over his head.
He pays attention usually to getting the ball. And Kevin Booth almost lost that ball. And
Kevin Welch just played great defense on number 3.
Talley just begged for a foul, and that's the only way he'd have got one if he begged long enough. And Stars with the basketball, 1:40 to go in the game. Looking around, taking plenty of time, and that was not the greatest pass in the world. Chumler, and I believe it was off them. They're not going to, I don't think they're going to call, but it did. It tipped off a player. You can see it change direction.
Yeah. I was wondering if they're going to see that.
Yeah. I was surprised. It was Ken Henderson got that right. He saw that tip.
Yeah, Overstreet's been having a couple
And
lazy
that's why you
passes.
have 3. And a layup by Lee, and it's a 4-point lead. Now we need to put some defense on them. And it's going to start with Talley. He's going to try to take, you can see that. He was driving. And the 3-point shot up and good. And a foul on the play by Kevin Booth. And he fouled the wrong guy, I do believe.
Yeah, Clark's been the one that actually hit his free throws in this game.
1:07 to go in the game, and that 3-point shot sure does bring you back quick, doesn't it?
Yeah, but you can't commit fouls, especially when the
No.
other team's in double bonus.
No.
No, this gives them the chance to extend it back to 3.
If we make them as much as we've been missing them in the game so far, we'll be in good shape. And Clark. 3 dribbles, looks. Shots up and good. 69-67, Stars. 2-point lead. We're looking to make it a 3-point lead right here. Shots up and good. 3-point lead. 1:07 to go in the game. And they're moving it around.
1 minute to go on the ball.
Tally throws it over to Reed. Reed over to 32. Shots up, no good. And Lee with the rebound. And with the foul is Carl Wilson. And I guess there's a reason he's acting like he didn't foul him, but I don't know why.
Oh, with these headphones on, I still heard the smack of the arm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there was no doubt about it. And that's his 5th foul. So, folks, this isn't the NBA. He is out of here. NBA, they decided that 5 wasn't enough, and they started giving him 6.
Oh, yeah, there's more time in the game. Plus, there's also bigger guys.
Yeah. And they also let them double dribble all the time.
Oh, yeah, travel.
They want travel, you know. If you don't take 4 steps, you haven't even tried to travel, you know?
Yeah. And if you call them for it, they'll never let you hear the end of it.
Oh, Lord, it's bad. It's terrible. Terrible. And I'll tell you, Carl Wilson has been in the action the whole game. He hasn't scored a lot of points.
No,
but he's been in the action.
Yeah, he's 11 for the game.
He handles the ball very well, so he'll be missed on the court. And we have 2 shots. Jermaine Lee could make it a 5-point lead. 52 seconds to go. It's up, and it's good.
And also, if you remember, they also lost a player 10 minutes to go in the ball game. Brasher, he fouled out very early in the second half.
He got a technical on top of that. I thought Lee was the one with the basketball when he was fouled. There wasn't no doubt about it.
He got fouled.
Yeah.
I don't know what the coach is complaining about.
Well, they checked. They got together, checked, and made sure, and there was no doubt. I saw it with both of my eyes, folks.
We'll go back and check the tape.
Yeah, we'll check the tape. All right, Lee with his 2nd free throw. It's good. 5-point lead, 52 seconds to go. They're going to have to be in a little bit more of a hurry than they were. And he calls out the play, Tally does. And he decided he's going all the way, and somebody bailed him out.
That's not what Coach Ponce wanted.
Oh, that's not good at all. And that was Welch with the foul. That's his 3rd. At the line for 2 is Tally.
He reached. Each time he reached.
And you just can't do that. And Tally. First shot up. It's good. So he had a lot of free throws.
He's made 3. Been pretty even on free throws with the players on Lindsey Wilson's
7
team.
points in the second half. He's doing a pretty good job. It's up, and it's good. 3-point lead for the Stars. Throws it into Chumler, and nobody. Wow. Nope. I can't believe they didn't full court that one.
Yeah. Shot clock only gives them about a 7-second cushion.
Yeah.
I guess they're playing.
They have some good people who can handle the ball out there, too. And he's fouled on the play. Oh, no, they called a timeout. Well, that's good because we'll keep it here. It's a full timeout. The Stars have found their free throw shooting here in the last of the game, which is good.
Yeah, I'm glad they got the ball rolling on the free throws.
And we've been going inside. And have we got a 3 in this half?
No, we have one by Chumler, and that was, I think, the first basket. No, it was the first couple minutes of the second half that he made that shot. So
and
they've been going inside most of the second half.
And we've got the advantage on the men's side.
Oh, without a doubt.
We have at least one, and when Abbage catches a basketball, and that's a problem with Abbage. Abbage gets in a hurry. And if Abbage doesn't get in a hurry, he can do a good job putting it in.
Oh, he's proven that he can make pretty good post moves, but it's
when he gets in a hurry.
He rushes himself, and also he thinks before he catches the ball, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Yeah, he tries to make a play before he has it and ready to go with it. And we make these two or it's not any free throws. I was thinking about what it should have been after they called the timeout.
That's an 8-second differential between shot clock and game clock, and I'm wondering if they're going to let go down or if they're going to foul. And
I'm going to tell you something. If it was my team, I'd be shooting it with under 5 seconds to go, unless I got a layup.
Yeah.
Because the worst that can happen, unless you go crazy and foul them on a made 3-point shot, is tie the game up. And the ball was inbounded to Welch. And the ball, they said Welch touched it last. They had a better look at it than I did. That was not what you wanted to happen. And the shot clock is off, folks. 25 seconds to go.
Well, one ref called it for Lindsey Wilson's ball, and the ref that was closest called it for WKCTC.
Oh, it is ours. Okay, yeah. I saw Ken Henderson call it, and he wanted to know from Henson whether it was, if they got it right there, and they reset the
shot clock back to
17, and that's about right. All right. Inbounded to Clark. Clark's having a hard time, and that was a good timeout, folks. Clark was having a devil of a time over there. They had their hands all over him. And it's a full timeout, and it's 18 seconds to go. We're just going to leave it here. Now, you saw what they were trying to do. Now what do you think they'll do?
For the Stars? Or
see, they were trying to get it into Clark. And
they threw it in the corner. They automatically put him in a bad position. In the get-go, that's
if they're pressuring you, folks, you don't want to have any line between you. I don't know how to say this right. Between your getting, you don't want a line that's being a defensive player against you. In other words, you don't want to be standing where you take out one half of your offensive zone and two men get on you, and then they have three defenders. One of them's on the sideline.
Yeah, that's the worst part. You can catch the ball is the corner. That's my
corner. Corner you have two. One man can handle you there.
High school coach always called it the garbage spots.
And how many times have you seen a high school kid come over the line and stop dribbling right in that corner?
Way too many times to count.
Oh, man.
Way too many times to count. And even it happens in the pros.
Oh, so, yeah. I mean, and that's just something you don't do. One thing I haven't got in my head real good when it comes to basketball is they always say pass to get away from the full court. And I've always thought there's a lot of times when one man has the dribbling, just take it. Into Clark. Clark's trying to move around, keep from getting, and he puts shot up. It's good. A 2-point shot. Wow, I can't believe he put that shot up under that kind of defense and made it. 24, bringing it down, and he puts it up. It's good. And it's a 3. It's a 3-point game. And that's the game, folks. 74-71. Stars with the win, and that shot by Clark, he had three men all over him, and he put that thing in the basket, and I'm not sure I know how he did.
He's smiling right now. He doesn't even know how he made that
shot.
Boy,
he just went up amongst them and hit nothing but net. That was a beautiful shot. All right, folks, let's take a couple minutes off here and we get our breath. And the Stars win a real thriller, 74-71 against the Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, so we're back here at Haws Gymnasium after a thrilling finish to a pretty good played game. 74-71, the Stars with the victory, and Chase Clark was triple teamed.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure they were trying to foul him or not. You're probably right. But I'll tell you one thing, folks. He went in amongst them, and he made a 2-point shot to win this ball game. No matter what they did when they came down, we had it.
Yeah.
That was an exciting play.
Well, the way it was drawn up, it looked like he was trying to get fouled. He was because he's been making. I think he made about 6 or 8 free throws in the second half, so he was able to make his free throws. And I think they're wanting to get him fouled, and that's why he gave it. But that was a prayer he threw open. That was an amazing shot that he threw down.
And there was a kid that made a few points out there. Who was that for us?
Jermaine?
Yeah.
Yeah, 28.
28 points.
28 points.
They had no answer for him inside.
I wish I had the rebounds because he had multiple rebounds too. Probably no double-double.
An exciting, absolutely great game by Lee. And I'm telling you, one of these days, Abbage is going to go crazy on somebody. He's going to catch the basketball. He's going to make his move in the correct order instead of trying to make his move before he catches it.
Yeah.
And he's going to put up some numbers. Abbage, you could tell Abbage looked good in there.
Oh, he's improving. He's really improving a lot.
He is really looking good. He's playing good defense. He didn't foul out of this game. And Abbage has been having some troubles.
He only had 3 this game.
But he did a real good job. Let's take a minute break, and we'll be back with the scorekeeper guru. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, we have Gary here with us, and he's going to give us all the stats. He's got them all. So let's have at it.
Actually, I left part of them over there, but I'm just going to give the official scorebook. How about that?
All right.
All right. We had Donald Overstreet with 2 points in the second half, and he had a total of 6. Jay Lee had 17 in the second half, and a total of 28 points. High man for both teams tonight. Gilpy did not have any points at all tonight. Tarkus Hughes did not score in the second half. 1 point for the game. Cam Chumbler had 4 points in the second half, 8 points altogether. Chase Clark, he had 12 in the second half and 19 up for the game. Kevin Welch didn't have any points in the second half, 1 for the game. Abbott had no points in the second half, no points in the game. Kimbler had 1 point in the second half, 1 point for the game, and Ben Dordoy had 2 in the second half for a total of 10 points, grand total of 74 points. Reed for them ended up with 5, Brasher with 5, Olson with 12, Alexander with 0, Talley with 16, Potts with 6, Willis with 4, Booth with 5, Wells with 18 for a total of 71.
Talley had a very, very unassuming 16 points.
Yes, he did.
He did an excellent job. He makes that ball club run, and as long as he stays out of foul trouble, they're in good shape.
Yeah, because they asked me one time, said, how many fouls he got? And I said, well, at the time he had 1, so he only ended up with 2. So there you go.
Jermaine played a really outstanding game, and they had no answer inside for him.
No, not at all. I mean, like I said, it was pretty crazy there, what he was doing. He was just crazy.
And what about that last shot by Chase Clark?
Oh, that was amazing. And I think we're going to talk to Chase here in just a minute, but that last shot was just a turnaround, put it in there.
He's been over there showing everybody how he did it.
Yeah, he's coming over here in just a minute. And he needs to be patted on the back. Definitely. He did good. You know, he had 19 altogether, but that last shot was like do or die, and it was like, here it is.
All right, folks, we'll be back with some stars of the game, and we'll take a 30-second break. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, I'm here with Chase Clark. He's our first player of the game. And, Chase, I saw you over there showing everybody how you did it. Now tell us how you got that game-winning shot there.
Well, like, when they inbounded to me, I wasn't expecting everyone to just, like, crowd me so much. So, like, I was trying to, like, look for another player so I could dish it out, and I knew the shot clock was going down, so I was just thinking, okay, well, I got to do something with it. So I just faded away, and it just so happened to go in.
Now, what was that?
It was.
See, I can't even do that. I'm too old to do that. My body won't handle it. But that was absolutely the first time you tried it. You were having trouble. They had hands all over the place, and they called a timeout, which was a great call by the coach.
Yeah.
And the second time, they jumped all 3, but you kept moving it just far enough where they couldn't really get on you.
Yeah.
And that shot was excellent, and you did a heck of a job out
Thank
there.
you.
And want to congratulate you. That was exciting.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a 30-second break, and we'll be back with our second star of the game. This West Kentucky Star basketball action. Jermaine Lee. And Jermaine, you scored 28 tonight. They didn't have an answer inside for you, did they?
Nah, I guess not.
There was nobody that could guard you.
I got to thank my teammates for feeding me the ball and getting me the ball where I like to score. So it's a big shout out to my teammates for helping me get 28 tonight.
And you did something that most of your teammates didn't do. You made free throws.
I tried. I missed a lot. I think I missed like 4 or 5.
But you shot a lot.
Yeah, I got to get in the gym and work on that, though. I wasn't supposed to miss that many.
Now, you tell me what you think of our new lineup. We have Chumbler and we have Kimbler, and we have a kid that's Gonzalez. He didn't play today. But how do you feel about the team with your new teammates in there?
New teammates are coming in and meshing real well. They're not being selfish. They're doing what the team needs them to do. Something that we just need. We would have had them all season. It would have been way better because we're all coming together now with these new additions because they're very unselfish and help us win games.
Well, I'd like to hear that because I feel like with Chumler in there and especially Chumler and Clark, you got two people that can handle the ball and get that ball to you all the times you want it.
Yes, sir.
All right. That's Jermaine Lee. Let's take a 30-second break. We'll be here back with our third player of the game. This is West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, I'm here with our third star of the game. It's Cam Chumler. And Cam, I believe we saw a little bit of each other when you played last year for McCracken Mustangs.
Right.
And I'm glad to see you playing for us.
I'm glad to be here. I'm really happy to be here.
You know, tell me what's it like playing out there with Chase Clark?
It's really fun because we played against each other in high school a few times, and he was really good back then, and I really like being on the same team with him now instead of against him.
You have a lot of diversity out there, and I've always been the kind of guy to say if you haven't got two people that can handle the ball when you need it handled, then you're in trouble.
Right. We really take a lot of pressure off of each other, and having two people handling the ball it just makes it a lot easier for both of us.
And you know it does make it a lot easier, just a little secret. When they double-team Dordoy,
oh, yeah.
That makes things a lot easier.
Makes it a lot easier.
And when he comes out and makes those first two or three-pointers,
mm-hmm. And
they have to get on them, and that loosens everything up. And inside, what about old Jermaine Lee?
He had a really great game, and as long as we have an inside presence like that and he keeps playing like that, I think we'll keep winning.
All right. Congratulations on a great game, and welcome to the Stars basketball team.
Thank you.
All right, let's take a 30-second break. We'll be back with the coach, Daniel Potts. This West Kentucky Stars basketball action. All right, folks, I'm back here with the coach, Daniel Potts. And Daniel, you know, Jermaine Lee had a heck of a ball game, but Clark and Chumler out there really made this team run, I thought. What do you think about it?
I tell you what, man, that's a great duo. And guess what? I get to coach them again next year, too, and have an off-season with them. You know, with those two and then Don Overstreet, you know, another freshman, our guard spot's going to be very, very strong next year. Both of those kids are mentally tough as well. You know, they come from great backgrounds from Marshall County and from McCracken County as well, and you know they've been through adversity, so to speak, and some of their past experiences in basketball, and their IQ for the game is just great too. And love coaching those two kids, man. Those two kids are awesome. Are awesome.
I think I heard a rumor that Overstreet's happy that he's finally playing with Chumler instead of playing against him.
I bet so. I bet so.
I'll tell you, I was really impressed, and I'd like you to explain to me exactly how that last shot went in and how he shot that. I'm sure
Tell you
knew
what,
it.
I drew it up just like that. I don't know about you. No, well, that ball was supposed to go into the corner right there, and then we were supposed to get a screen in the middle, and he was wide open, but Chase got trapped, and I almost tried to make a timeout. But, hey, man, great players make great plays, and give kudos to Chase Overstreet. He was strong with the ball, you know, turned around. I knew when he shot it, the kid, I mean, I was kind of hesitant when he shot it, but the kid knew he was going to go in. Hey, so
but, you know, it's one of those no, perfect shot.
Yeah, and I always tell the kids, you know, when you play hard and play together, things happen your way. Ball seems to fall in your court sometimes. And, hey, we played together, we played hard, and I believe that's the reason why that ball went in the hole.
And, you know, let's be honest. As a coach, you're sitting there saying, hey, you know, we've got a 3-point lead. The worst thing that can happen, unless we just go completely crazy and foul somebody on a 3-point shot, is that we'll go into overtime.
Correct.
And that's all right. They lost 2 of their players.
Correct. Yeah, I mean, but again, it was good not to go into overtime.
That's
you know?
right.
It was great to get a good win right there against a good team. That team, you know, they ran their offense, they ran their stuff, and great backdoor plays, you know, they had, and they played together as a team. But I was proud of our group for sticking together tonight and coming together and getting this win.
Yeah, at the first of the second half, it looked like we kind of let them play their game, and then all of a sudden you called a timeout and you stopped that, and we started playing our game and kept them from playing their game, and we really looked a lot better. They played a good game.
Yeah. Well, I had to ring a few bells. I had to ring a few bells in that time out there, and I thought Cam Chumler did a great job running that point guard tonight. You know, the last couple 2 or 3 games, you know, our point guard spot hasn't been taking care of the ball very well. And I told Cam, hey, man, cheers to lose tonight. You know, you proved to me, and by gosh, he did. He proved to me very, very well, and proud of him. And I can't wait to see this team go forward, in the next couple of games here.
And the last thing I'll say about this team is Chase Clark, when he drives that lane, shows them the body, takes the ball away, gets a foul, puts it in. There isn't anything prettier.
Hey, man, he's a strong cat. He's a strong cat. He does it every day in practice. Big body, strong body. I mean, he's a great player. He's a great player, and I'm glad he's on this team. I'll tell you that right now.
All right, our next home game is February 7th, I think.
I believe so.
So we've got another couple of weeks, and then we'll have quite a few games in a row. But when's your next?
We're actually on a 10-game. Our next game ain't till the 31st, the end of the month here, and we play Mid-South. I know you remember them coming down. They're big, strong, physical from out of Arkansas.
Yeah.
So we'll be traveling to Arkansas, and hopefully picking up another W there. But we're going to play good. But we got 10 days to prepare for them, so I'm all right with that.
All right, that sounds good. And let's take a 30-second break, and I'll be back with my partner, Justin Draffin, to wrap it up. This is West Kentucky Star basketball action. All right, folks, I'm back here with my partner. Now, I thought that if we play this kind of basketball or better the rest of the year, I think we'll win quite a few games.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely go out of the year with a heads up high winning record maybe. and look forward to next year with something to improve on and say, hey, we improved during that last season. Hey, let's come out next season and do even better.
The one thing that I was really happy with in this game was the effort. You could not say that either one of these teams didn't put out the effort.
No, I completely agree with you. It was a lot of emotion, as we saw, a couple technical fouls. That comes with effort. You know, you want to win, so you got to have emotion. But sometimes the immaturity was definitely a part of the Brasher's 5 fouls and technical foul. He got a little frustrated.
The coach was trying to argue with the referee, but there was no arguing on it. I saw the kid over here, and
we heard what he said.
And you can't do that. And I don't care where you're at and what the referees are, you're going to get called for it. He's trying to take up for his ball player, and that's good.
Yeah, you don't
even if you are wrong.
Oh, I mean, every coach is going to take up for his ball player even if they're wrong. So.
All right, we'll wrap it up. The final score was 74-71. The Stars victorious over the Lindsey Wilson Blue Raiders. This is Ken Dickerson.
And this is Justin Draffin.
Saying so long till the next time when we are back here for some more West Kentucky Stars basketball action.